Welcome to the Headley Highlight Show's Royal Corner. Before I start this week's Royal Corner, can I thank all my new subscribers to my YouTube channel? I now have 217. I'm trying to get to 500. Can you help? Please do like, retweet and share, and press the subscribe button for notifications so you don't miss any of this unique content. And you can also make a donation at my website, which is deniseheadley.com. So what do I have for you this week in the Royal Corner? With Love, Meghan redefines the lifestyle genre and makes accessible chic and the politics of lifestyle curation. Also this week in the Royal Corner, British press state capture as consensus over We Love Meghan manufactured to the hilt. Prince William and Kate seek relevance in Marie Curie article relating to their ordinariness and normalizing experiences. Suddenly they're ordinary. The children are some of the richest on the entire planet, but yet they're ordinary. Also on the Headley Highlight Show, the King visits an aircraft carrier in Wales, and Prince William's We Can End Homelessness Soon on Disney's promotional YouTube channel has a staggering viewership of 4.2 thousand individuals. All this and more on this week's Royal Corner. With Love, Meghan, the political significance of this show. The With Love, Meghan series broke on Tuesday, and you could stream another 3 episodes, I think, the next day and the day after or immediately after. The lifestyle show gives viewers an insight into just how much Meghan Markle is thriving as a mother, as a businesswoman, and also in her marriage, by celebrating everyday moments in places which are very ordinary and normal, like your kitchen, or in your garden, or whilst picking some leaves from a local park. The show was delayed because of the California fires. It's a feel-good show, and that was a very good marketing move. At a time when you have got tariffs taking place for Canada, on China, on Mexico being sent out by America, you've got the Ukraine war, either in, out like the okie dokie, the Ukrainians can't work out what to do and how to get off the same losing streak that they're already on. Meghan Markle's show is a wonderful antidote to all of that horrible noise. For half an hour, you can see one of the most influential black women in a space black women have never occupied before, as far as I'm aware, and I'm happy to be corrected, as a curator of lifestyle trends and fashions, of ways to think and do and be on a large-scale communication channel such as Netflix. There's going to be loads of videos that have critiqued what she's cooking and her picking, flowers, harvesting fruits from the garden, making her jams, creating little nice gifts for people who come and stay, and creating nice moments and experience. There's loads of videos you can look at for that. But what I want to focus on is the political importance of her series and why she's getting absolutely so much hate watching and hate commentary from the British media and the establishment. Black women do set trends. If you think back to the 70s, Bo Derek invented the cornrow. More recently, Kim Kardashian and her family invented thick lips, wide hips and large breasts, the traditional pheno and body type of African women. But on African women and black women, it's not fashionable because racism, patriarchy and white supremacy tell you, and Eurocentrism tell you what is accessible. And in that system, white women sit on top of black women, and they are the ones who carry forward the same system. So therefore, if anyone's going to make any money off of plaits or black features, it's not going to be a black woman. It's going to be a white woman with that supplanted on her, such as now we have, You know, you go to Turkey, you get new lips, new hips, new bum, everything. You look like a black woman or an African woman, and you're passed off as beautiful, but we were never beautiful like that. So let's get back to the point, Denise. You went off on a tangent there. Setting trends. Just for a second, I want you to think of one black person or of African or American descent, I can't speak for America, whereby they had a cooking show. Now in the UK, the only TV cooks I know are Rusty Lee and Ainsley Harriott. They never had the promotional relationships where you saw their faces on products. Only Ainsley, definitely not Rusty Lee. They never had opportunities to open restaurants or have deals or appear on TV, long-term TV chef programs. If you think about Gordon Ramsay, you've never had a black version of Gordon Ramsay. Think about lifestyle gurus. Kirsty Allsopp in the UK, I don't know who you have in America. Have you ever seen a black woman doing that? Have you ever seen a black woman in those spaces crafting on TV, telling other, presumably not just black women but white women, what to do, where to buy their products? To go to Sainsbury's and get the related product that Kirsty Allsopp said is perfect for your Christmas. You've never seen a black woman there. Well, you have now with the With Love with Meghan series. What Meghan has done, she has made accessible chic. She's made the ordinary and the normal chic. Not from a Eurocentric cultural bias position, no, but from a position of someone who's grown up in an urban area, who wasn't born into entitlement, doesn't have the BT option 1 friends and family nepotism. Kirsty Allsopp comes from money, along with the vast majority of those lifestyle gurus. She doesn't come from there. And what she decides as chic is the ordinary items that you and I find in our house, or at Pound Stretcher, or at the dollar shop. Epsom salts. You make the Epsom salts into a bath, like the bath salts for a friend. You make your pasta salad with the tomatoes that you grew from the 99p shop because the seeds were going cheap, and not from the speciality brand that Nigella Lawson, who is also one of these kind of cook lifestyle gurus in the UK, will tell you you need to have, because Nigella Lawson comes from money. She's part of the establishment. And her idea of lifestyle chic is very different from Meghan. You know, she's going to have some pig sniffing out a truffle who's probably living in better accommodation and eating better than you. And then you have to go and buy that sniffed out truffle at Sainsbury's for £15. However, the tomatoes that Meghan suggested you make for your pasta salad, they're available at Lidl's. 1 tin is 49p. So accessible has become chic. And that is the political importance of what Meghan's show is, in my opinion. Her ideas of chic are not rooted in the establishment or Eurocentric ideas of what is good, bad, or indifferent. They're rooted in her ordinary, normal experience. She just happens to be married to a prince, but she's still ordinary and normal. And her version of chic is that. And it speaks to the vast majority of women in the global north and the global south. And it transplants the brand of Windsor. This is the reason why it's so important, because she is on Netflix. And Netflix is a global distributor of information. Booyakashan, people. And what it's actually doing is broadcasting the soft power of that couple over and above the soft power of the royal family globally. And that's the reason why her show is so important. If you think about the opportunities for branding, the Windsor brand is global. But Harry and Meghan have supplanted that brand. And the lifestyle route is one which has many summers of longevity and monetary gain. The related products that come out with this series are going to be hitting the shelves in due course. Lifestyle is something you grow into. It's also generational. So therefore, Archie and Lilibeth and the things that they need in their lifestyle may soon be a series, who knows, 10, 15 years down the road. Are you going to be interested in Kate and William's TV program 10, 15 years down the road? The short answer is, our survey said, Another important part of the couple's successive brands is the wholesale consensus that it's bad by many parts of the media. That is a clear indication of media capture. How hard is it to get consensus of opinion from every printed press, from every commentator, mainly white men and white women, in positions of providing daily bugles, they broadcast on the news, TV or wherever. And they all have the same talking points. This is a clear indication of the whole society approach and media capture. If you're not sure about that, jump onto my YouTube. I did something about it a couple of weeks ago. It's called Regime Change and the Whole Society Approach. With Love, Meghan focuses on making ordinary items and normal events chic. The establishment Eurocentric version of chic is something you have to buy into. You need to be born into it. It needs to come invariably probably from old slave money. That really gives you a sense of chic and entitlement. You can put, trophies of your victims on your wall or adorn yourself with them. Now I'm going off into another sphere. But yeah, this is an important thing, and I think this is one of the reasons why we cannot miss the political significance of Meghan's new series With Love, Meghan, and that's what I wanted to focus on, because everyone else is going to be focusing on the bath salts and the edible flowers. And another thing I just have to add on to this is the way in which a week ago William and Kate were featured making tea cakes, and another article I'm going to bring to you later on is about them being normal and normalizing the children's experience. What a load of, oh my God, let me follow fashion once again. They're the original cutouts, like cookie cutouts. Anything Harry and Meghan do, they just do the cookie cutout and it's suddenly them. Same sort of situation I was saying to you, like when black women have been beautiful since day, but as soon as a white woman has our attributes, suddenly she's a star. You know what I'm saying? Same situation with them. Meghan and Harry do stuff and then they have to get totally, told how terrible it is. She just turns up at a bakery, puts her hand in a bag of flour. She never even put her hand in a bag of flour all her life. That's why she didn't realize you got to roll up your sleeves, okay? Yeah, you don't roll up your entitlement. You roll up your sleeves and squeeze the dough. Her and her husband didn't know what to do. And suddenly they're making cakes and she likes jam. Please. And finally on this point, if Kate and William had done a show like this, they would have been telling you how fantastic it was. Like I said, she squeezed some dough and suddenly she's Markel Pierre White. And I'll keep having bare points. Sorry, I have to keep coming back with bare points. The other point, which I have to just bring again, is the show had 85 million people watch the show over the first 4 days. Prince William's We Can End Homelessness streamed on Disney Plus. Do you know how many views it's had? How about the video promoting it on the promotion channel paid for by Disney Plus? It's had 4.2 thousand views. And they're telling you that the 10th most streamed show on Netflix, which is With Love is Meghan, was a failure. And Prince William couldn't even hit 4.5 million views. I get more views than him when I do a space. Please. Yeah, and don't forget you can join my live show every Friday on X, 8 p.m. GMT, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So in conclusion to the We Love Meghan Royal Corner contribution, the political importance of her show is vast. Black women don't invariably occupy that space of setting trends and having it distributed globally what their views are about ways to live, ways to share, think, prepare, and do things. And it has greater influence and has supplanted the Windsor brand. She has made ordinary, normal, accessible, and she has classified it as chic, and people are going to follow her lead. She's moved chic out of the Eurocentric realm of the establishment idea of what chic is. And she has the commercial capability to be impactful in the space. So give me your thoughts, your 2 pence, your 3 cities, or your declining dollar price on We Love Meghan, the series, and the political importance of the role that she's playing. Also this week, in the Royal Corner. Relatable royals. Prince William and his wife Kate are seeking to pull off the impossible when raising their children like commoners. Except for the whole future king and queen thing, despite them living in a castle, attending elite schools, having security details, Charlotte, George, and Louis are allegedly being groomed for the most normal experience that the taxpayers' money-funded lifestyle can buy. Apparently, and unfortunately for those paying the TV license, a documentary called Prince George told them people that we want to watch a series about Prince George. Prince George, how to make a monarch. Oh my days. Experts reveal the Wells family's shocking parenting strategy, letting their children interact with normal people. Because this really says relatable childhood, doesn't it? I'm sure this is going to get the same volume of views as their dad's program, We Can End Homelessness. 4.2 thousand views, please. Some of the normalizing activities are that the parents will attend school events. They won't be sending an attaché for that. The coronation and carriage rehearsals are also going to be cut down to a minimum for the children who are going to be the future monarchs of our country. Other normalizing events include baking cakes. That's a lie! Walking in the woods, that was the AI Windsor family. And also playing sports. Okay. The private jets and half-term holidays in the Caribbean with tiaras and the occasional military flyover make sure that they are just as normal as every average ordinary person growing up in the UK on a council estate in Burnley. The royal quest to have relatable children, in my opinion, is just a media narrative and nothing more. Don't change anything. We're doing it already. Don't worry about it. Move along swiftly, darlings. Nothing to see here. And finally, His Majesty the King visits an aircraft carrier as the Navy finalizes preparations for a major global deployment to the Indo-Pacific this spring, and the King needed to oversee that. King Charles flew to the flagship in the Channel during a closing stage of her intensive training before she set sail across the world to Japan. It's the first time in nearly 40 years that a reigning monarch has joined the Royal Navy warship at sea. They're now trying to make him sound Herculean because he went aboard the deck. Underlying the importance and the scale of the deployment, the Portsmouth-based carrier will lead in just a few weeks' time. So what they're trying to tell you in this article essentially is that because the King went there, it just shows the magnitude and the importance of this actual fleet, this actual ship. I mean, I wonder if it's even working because our military is in a really bad state anyway. Visiting in his royal honorary comrade-in-chief aircraft carriers, His Majesty, who is head of the armed forces and also charges them rent to use his buildings, met serving Royal Navy and Royal Air Force personnel and addressed the ship's company. Once again, we see the King in a role where he's dressed in a costume, looking rather pale and gaunt. Relevance washing this week. Anyway, this has gone on for ages and it's time to call the Royal Corner to an end. I hope you've enjoyed it. Do circle back next week. Subscribe and share, and also please make a donation at my website deniseheadley.com. And don't forget, my show is live every Friday on X, and the Royal Corner is one of a number of features on my magazine political talk show each week. See you soon and cut!